series. Now, we do these videos when we catch this individual committing scams against customers and against doing reviews against people's products. This is a fellow who goes by the name of CROWS1176. This is his YouTube channel right here. Now, we expose these individuals because these are individuals that will steal and lie and cheat and take from the customer. And this is a person at the end of the day, which is a very high interest because he does some very interesting things in his demonstrations. Now, we have a product that we make called the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint or Advanced Digital One Crystal Screen Paint 2.0, where this individual went in. Not only did he order the product from the website, he does bear receipts. He does bear the tracking number. Also, too, he also has the item. And also, too, Crow's product came from a 5-gallon container. So within this 5-gallon container, we call these batch numbers. These batch numbers have special numbers on the back of the containers, which match the date on when the batch was made and when the batch was tested. So when his product shipped out, he shipped out with a bunch of other people also too. Customers who also had the 2. The 2.0 comes up dark and unrecognizable, where we have a customer by the name of John T. We also have a fellow by the name of Hector who will be showing his demonstrations. Right now they're having some complications his neck of the woods, but pray and hopefully everything goes well with him on his end with the crazy weather, that he'll be back in business to start doing these demonstrations again for us. But like I said, no worries. This fellow by the name of John T did 2 demonstrations. He probably done more. I gotta check my phone because he's done quite 2 already. And his demonstration, he's displaying white levels, which I found quite interesting because we've never requested for him to do these white levels. He did the white levels anyway because I guess he saw these fake demonstrations that Jamie was putting out about the 2.0. Felt the need to come forth and say, look, that's not true. This is a product right here. Now, another thing too we have that's really disturbing about this fellow is the fact that he displays a screen called the Cinemax. The problem with the Cinemax is not only that it is a scam screen, it's a screen that clearly matches a house paint called Network Grade 773. This is a basic paint that you can pick up off of Sherwin-Williams. It's a shelf paint. You pick up the shelf, doesn't require any mixing or anything whatsoever. That's all it is. And these are videos that also too went missing off his account, which we do have on ours because we dub these videos because this is a history that he's known for doing as removing videos off the account. But I want to show you something here because we like to out this guy as much as we possibly can. Let's go over to a fellow who basically was very upset because this is another YouTuber who was very upset with Jamie because Jamie went out and it was a screen called a Linksy. I think it's called Linksy or Linksy. It has a really strange name to it. We had it here. We had it here. We did some tests on it. Not the same of ours because it's a very, very light silver screen. And this screen doesn't match anything we have over here. But to a person who's making a gray screen paint product, this would be a serious threat because the screen had a very interesting tone to it. On top of that, it picked up an extremely heavy white level, which was really crazy. So anyway, this is a fellow by the name of Robert Bridges. Robert Bridges is one who basically talks about the screen quite a lot in this video because he's a big fan of it. And he got mad at Crow because Crow went in and lied, took this screen and basically tried to make the screen look darker than what it was and try to make his product look better. And like I said, this is a history that he has of doing these things. Now, because of the fake review, Crow is going to have another lawsuit placed against him, and that's because we have him actually buying the product from the company and committing fraud against us. So I'm going to show you something right here. So this is a fellow who got upset because, like I said, I had the screen, I got it over here. There's no way, and we had Crow's products over here at the time. There's no way in the world that screen would have had that issue. I forgot, we gotta be plugged in over here because computers don't pick up on the projector. They'll pick up over here.
Then let shoppers pay however they like. New shoppers on social media and marketplaces, and engage existing customers with subscriptions, gift cards, and loyalty programs. Set up automated abandoned cart recovery to entice customers to complete their purchase. Fulfill orders and manage inventory from a single dashboard for all.
So, yeah, Rob here from Precise 360 is showing you the screen material.
Oxini. I never get that screen right, Oxini.
Jamie, aka CROWS1176, did an actual wrong take on the Luxini screen versus paint. What he did was dishonest, lying, deceitful, just the kind of crow he is. He eats his own crow. So, yeah, it's sad that somebody has to steep to that level and make his paint look better than the actual screen, which actually has brighter white levels than a white screen. So go tell me that. This is the Luxini screen material right on my screen. Did you actually see wrinkles? Did you see wrinkle? Nope. So he's making it look bad for his paint, and it's sad that he keeps doing this. And this is the material. So what you see, the two differences, one's dark gray, one's light gray. If you use the back of it, which is the light gray right here, it will create the white screen or a light gray screen. This will look grayer. But if you use this side right here, the dark gray, it's brighter white levels than a white screen. So go figure. Let me know how he did that. Done many tests with this, many projectors, many different areas. I showed my wife the video and she was laughing, and it's funny what Crow does, to make himself look better. But this is the actual material. Like I said, this is the back part. That's the front part, which they have folded in.
Now, we purchased this surface ourselves. We had this screen here. The screen does produce amazing white levels. It does. As high as a white screen? No, because nothing produces higher than this actual white screen itself. But it does produce a very insane white level. We tested the white levels on the screen already. As for having any wrinkles, no. We stretched this thing over top of frame. It went on nice and tight to the frame. No wrinkles, nothing at all. Fantastic material. But other than that, statements that Crow made on his review against this product was completely false. And this fellow came out and called him on it. Now, John T came out and called Crow on the 2.0. Why is Crow trying to commit fraud against the 2.0? Well, there's a lot of reasons why. Number one, the 2.0 is a screen paint that has ambient light rejection technology, which means in Crow's demonstrations, he has to be in the dark with his products, because if it doesn't, it washes out. One of the screens that has this issue, I'm gonna put them in a folder too. One of the screens that has this issue is Network Gray 773. It reacts the exact same way. Now, we go to this site, we get a lot of weird stuff that pops on this site. And we don't want to go into the onion effect. The onion effect is every time we go on Crow's page, we're always finding lies. Well, we can go in and debunk this, and it ends up to more stuff, which we're trying to avoid. We don't want to get caught up in that cobweb of lies he has over there. But we do want to expose and show exactly what this person continues to do. Now, Crow has little things that he does when he gets busted. He'll go on vacation, he'll do a review against other products, stuff like that, or he'll review stuff he has to avoid stuff as much as possible, to take the heat off him. This is a kind of a pattern he's been showing for many years. So we're also looking for the microblend test that he was supposed to do also too, to see if these tests were done. We're going to be looking at that today too. But let's talk about the 2.0. So like I said, a customer came in by the name of John T. Showed off 2 demonstrations on white levels on the product. Again, he also came from the exact same container, that 5-gallon container on the ground, as Crow. Now, the question we have here is, how is the customer producing such a high white level from the same container that Crow came from? But Crow's looks completely different. Just like the fellow here is shown at the screen called I can't pronounce the name of the screen for nothing. I call it the Linksy, but I can't pronounce it for Jack, but no disrespect to the company. But anyway, he's producing a beautiful screen, as it's designed to do. But in Crow's video, much darker environment, again, the screen came out dark. This is what I'm talking about. He's known for doing this. He has a history of going in, and YouTubers have caught him doing dirty things against other people's products. Yeah, it's a cut. I'm going to explain it. Listen to this one more time.
Jamie, screen material, and how Jamie, aka CROWS1176, did an actual wrong take on the Luxini screen versus paint. What he did was dishonest, lying, deceitful, just the kind of pro he is. Eats his own pro. So, it's sad that somebody has to steep to that level and make his paint look better than the actual screen, which actually has brighter white levels than a white screen. So go tell me that.
So again, this is an individual who goes around trying to tear people's products down to make them look good, but for some reason has forgotten that the very product that he displays on his wall has matched the house paint. Not only has it matched the house paint, but the video that he did is now missing, no longer on his account. We have it. Other people on other forum sites, they have it because we shared the video out. But he just doesn't acknowledge that. He comes on, he acts like this never even happened because he got rid of the video. I tell you people, there has to be, and I hate to be rude when I say this, but there has to be some kind of medication involved. I don't know how anyone does that, unless they just don't care at the end of the day, but there has to be medication involved there somewhere. Some form of mental illness has to be there, because if you just literally got caught and you turned around and do this demonstration and it goes missing, but you act like it never even happened. All right, so we're going to dub one of his videos of him showing off his screen, and we're going to put that side by side to the Network Grade 773 demonstration that he did, and that is going to be posted on a few sites. They went side by side dubs. Let's get over here real quick because we'll get into that one later on. All right, let's go over to his site. Let's see the Network Gray, and I want to also to pick up over here. We got it over here. One of the visitors, does he know? And I'm pretty sure he just doesn't know that his product matched the Network Gray 773. Ooh, too loud on that one. Bring it down a little bit. Let's bring it down. Be nice. Let's go over to the page and let's pull up the, let me see where we're at on the Network Gray 7. Here we go. Happy customer. He posted another one. I didn't get a chance to watch this one because I was on the phone talking to a family member, but I seen this picture, this one come up. Now this is a customer, like I said, who was very displeased by Crow's demonstration of showing the 2.0 coming up that dark. Very upset by it. Has his lights on right here, screen's playing. Like I said, it's an ambient light rejection technology it's designed to do. And he's showing off more white levels, which we're thankful for this fellow coming in. And I talked to him several times on the phone. He's a really cool guy, about what he posted. Because, like I said before, that the fact that Crow is threatened by the 2.0, very threatened. Mind you, he's already committed his account is investigation due to that he brought over some colorful emails stating that PayPal advised him to do certain things, and the reason why he couldn't ship out the Cinemax to our address, PayPal was advising him not to ship it out. This was a complete lie. PayPal never advised him of anything at all whatsoever. This was an excuse for him to try to get around to not shipping the Cinemax here because, number one, he knew that the Cinemax couldn't compete with any of the black technology we have down here. Number two, he's not going to be in a dark environment. He's going to be in a very well-lit environment. His screen's going to have a lot of problems with that, no matter what projector we use downstairs. And number three, he's not going to pass the certified screens. Number four, he cannot pass any of the tests under the 2.0. Mind you, we made this a challenge for him. He didn't have to ship us anything. There was a challenge. 2 of them put out, never did any of the challenges whatsoever. The 2.0 did the network grade 773 and also did the new challenge called the micro blend Amazon Paint Slip Silver. He did it multiple times. We're also going to check his account if he'd done this. Chances are, no, he didn't do it at all, period. This is something he's avoided. So this right here is a customer by the name of Hector. Hector has done several demonstrations because, again, another customer that's displeased by Crow's actions on how he carries himself. This is a demonstration. I actually bought this game too, the Final Fantasy game. Now that right there is A39. This is the same product that Crow claimed to come up. Very dark, can't see the screen, doesn't pull up. What I find interesting about Hector's demonstrations and our customers' demonstrations that how they sit in these well-lit, fully lit environments, but his customers are subjected to being in dark environments because the screen can't pull up, much like the person who makes the product. They can't be in the same environment because, again, too dark. And he's able to do a demonstration here, fully lit environment, without no fading, washing out discoloration to the screen, as we do over here. You get what you pay for. All right, let me see. Let's go over to, oh, he did another one here. There's another one here he also done too. Fully lit environment. Both of the fully lit environments. All right, let's come out of here. Now, as the customer is displaying the 2.0, come out of this. I don't know why shorts are so hard to back out of. They are a pain in the neck to back out of. It's like it's one video on a short, and you have to go through all that to come out of a short video. Anyway, so in our demonstration, we show off, we do all the tests on the screen. The screen has a batch number to it, the 2.0 batch number against it, showing the product functioning perfectly fine. So question is, how in the world, and this is what, again, he landed him, he's going to go to court for this also too. How in the world does your product that you purchased from us, you purchased a product from us, the same as the customer, John T, also purchased the same product. How is it possible that his white levels are so high, but yours came out dark? That clearly shows, Jamie, at the end of the day, you tampered with the product. It is hardcore evidence, beyond hardcore evidence. And we also know that only you and you only received the product because we put a signature confirm on the package, which he signed for. We do have his signature on our end, showing that he did sign for this package and was knowing that his product came from a 5-gallon container. The sad thing about Jamie is, like the I can't say the name right, the Winky screen, I butcher it every time. That screen has been tested. Whatever test facility had the screen in, how many people have had the product, they've tested it, they've had it, it all has the same results. Every video we watched on that screen has the same results. For some reason, anything that hits your apartment ends up having issues, problems. They don't pull up. Only your product works. And that is a long history of fraud that you have been committing down through time. I also, along with the we got to bring them to court on this nonsense. We also be contacting their company also too. I'm pretty sure they were very interested in watching your order the demonstration, showing off you slandering their product on YouTube, claiming that it's something that it's not. Pretty sure they'll be interested in that too. I also seen demonstrations you've done against the Dark Star 9. That was completely fake. You showed off no contrast levels whatsoever. I've seen a Dark Star 9. Dark Star 9s can produce amazing contrast levels, but you failed to show that in the demonstration. You just stuck to very high levels saying, look, I matched the same product. Again, misleading, false information to your customers, something you should not be doing at the end of the day. Here we go. Here's the second demonstration by John T. Now, I had somebody come in and got and asked him, oh, why is the videos? Because that's what the customer uploaded. If the customer uploads in 240p or 480p, that's the customer. But that's neither here nor there. You completely missed what the customer is displaying. The customer is displaying that the screen is pulling a 100%, not say 100% white, that's gonna be a lie. It's pulling a high white level. That's what the customer is displaying compared to what Crow displayed in his demonstration, that the product came out dark. Here's the skin tones right here on the gentleman peeking out from the snow trees. But Crow had in his review on a product that this customer also had the exact same paint he had. So how is it possible that his looks this way, the same as our batch number and our test, nothing wrong with it whatsoever, but when Jamie, or CROWS1176 on his YouTube channel, when he got it, it came out looking like this. This is also too very strong evidence that we can use against you to have your YouTube channel platform removed from you, showing that you are using your platform as fraud. Yeah, because of the batch number. I can easily contact them and explain to them, like, look, this is the fellow who purchased from us. Here's his signature showing he signed for the package. He did a review on our product. He used your platform, and on your platform, he went out and slandered and lied against our product. And YouTube is going to have an option. They're going to let this guy commit fraud, or we can sue YouTube and get a substantial amount of money out of them, because we have proof that this person's purchased from us, bought directly from us, signed the package, and committed fraud on your channel to spread lies. Now, YouTube has an option. They can either have the videos all removed, or what we want, because we have the option to sue them now, remove the entire channel altogether and give him a lifetime ban on YouTube. This is why you don't do fake demonstrations, and you have a history of it, which means we can dig up your history on all the fake demonstrations you've done against people's products. All right, so let's go out of here and seeing this and knowing this. Thank you, John T, for displaying the wonderful white levels on our products. This is why I said that when people commit these frauds on our products, keep in mind it has a batch number, and the batch number proves the product. You can't get around a batch number. Bank institutions, PayPal, none of that. They can't get around batches, because the batch number shows a 100% guarantee the product working before it's shipped out. So big question is, how come his product ended up this way out of a 5-gallon container and yours ended up that way? Yeah, you committed fraud on YouTube. And because you committed fraud, because you're seriously threatened by the 2.0. Like I said, it's a product that's tested. Your product is not tested. You couldn't even pass network grade 773, and that's pretty bad. And that's the shelf paint. Even worse, he's even more frightened of the microblend, and because the microblend is an $18.99, it's $18.99 for a quart of this product right here. If he can't pass his screen, his product drops even lower. It's 47, I think 46, or 46.76 for a gallon of this. A gallon. So if his product hasn't dropped already dramatically, and it should have, his website's bearing 257 and 168, which he shouldn't have at all, period, knowing he's already matched the network grade 773. All right, let's come out of here. Let's go over to Crow's channel. Let's see, I'm gonna come over. Here's the fellow right here. Let's go pop over to Crow's channel. Now, be warned, he's used to doing slander and all kinds of stuff against us. We're used to it. This is what he does. This is all he's known for doing. Let's see, a day ago, there's no test. Oh, looks like somebody went on vacation. Didn't I tell you already from the door that when Crow is caught in a bad situation where he can't get out of, he will automatically try to go to places that he can go to keep from getting caught up in any challenges or anything like that that may be pushed against him. This is a way he does, this is something he does to get away from things. All right, let me see. What do we have here? Are we going to find the microblend in here anywhere? I doubt we are. Are we going to find any of the network grade, not the network grade, the 2.0 challenges done? Let's see. Okay, let's go over here. And again, he could be hiding from the fact that, again, a lot of customers. Well, Crow went missing. Crow went to fly a drone. He went to the national park. He went to Las Vegas, right over here. So again, where are the test demonstrations we asked you to do under the microblend? Now, the more this guy flees from A to B, the more it shows that at the end of the day that he can't do the demonstration. This is one of the things we know. I'm supposed to have a day in court. Still waiting for the lawyers to contact. As a matter of fact, my attorneys are automatically asking, where's these make-believe lawyers coming from? Because, again, we have not been contacted yet. That's all for talk. Do we have anything here showing anything at all? Here's the 2.0. So this is your review on the 2.0 versus the customer. But all I see other 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 1 day ago, that's right around the time we started asking to do the test on the microblend. We're not seeing that all, period. Let's come over here and let's look at this. 7 days ago, this is supposed to be the 2.0 that's supposed to be our product. Now, mind you, as we're doing this, Jamie, all this is going to be displayed in court. But it's been 6 days, and we've not heard anything from this attorney that you so-called have. But then again, it could be another backyard attorney. Those of you know the term backyard attorney, you kind of had somebody sitting in a yard somewhere, and he was supposed to be an attorney. He was discussing sensitive issues, and he didn't say what law firm he came from, what firm he was representing. And anyone's ever hired an attorney, we all know from the door, attorneys don't meet with you in backyards. They don't. You have to meet them at their office. You have to schedule an appointment, and everything will be in confidential. They won't be talking about anything elsewhere, here or there, because it could jeopardize the case. So no, you would never see me sit down in a room with a lawyer saying, oh, blah, blah, this. No, never. So this right here is supposed to be our product right here. This is what Crow claims. If you notice, look how dark the environment is. It's very, very dark, because the product he has here is washing out. His own product is washing out. You can see it right there. See the background, how all that is washed out? That's supposed to be jet black. That is a city scene. All this is supposed to be dark. So even his own screen paint will wash out, or house paint, sorry, it is definitely house paint, will wash out in this little bit of lighting he has in the environment, because that is supposed to be black. This is coming up gray. The screen that you're displaying with the black paint or wherever this is supposed to be at the end of the day is pulling a better contrast level, because this is washed out. That is completely washed out. That right there is definitely washed out. You can't even see the detail in the city lights, or some of the buildings in the background are completely washed out of the picture compared to what you're seeing here. It's a huge difference. That's supposed to be intact. So you're in this very dark environment doing this demonstration. Okay, well, like I said, it clearly shows that, again, your product is showing the same reaction as Network Grade 773. Network Grade 773 has a very hard time picking up in any kind of lighted environment because it washes out constantly, and you're doing the exact same thing that the product is doing. But even more disturbing, this is supposed to be our product at the end of the day, and yet the customer on the other end, who's got the same paint, same container as you do, it's not having that issue. And he's in a well-lit environment at that. All right, so let's see. This is supposed to be the product that he claims is supposed to be ours. That looks pretty dark right there for that rushing waterfall. That looks extremely dark. That looks a lot like you've mixed some black paint in there, because it seems that the customer's not having that issue at all. Let's see if we got any white levels in here, any snow levels. Let me pull up in here. Let me see. All right, here we go. We got one right here. Now, that is our product right there. That's what he claims, that our product comes up that dark, but yet the customer showed a bone snow level of a man hunter or wherever it was going back and forth, hiding in the back trees of the snow. So you can see his skin tone. You're able to see the whiteness of the back of the trees where the snow is dropped. But for some reason, this is our product. This is why I played the fellow first who came on, who explains that Crow will do dirty stuff to people's products just to make his products look good. But again, this is not your product because this is house paint. I think this is Sherwin-Williams at the end of the day. Now, for those who are saying, oh, that's wrong. No, it's true, people. I'm sorry. You saw the demonstration. Did he know? Or does he know? Or does he realize that he just matched the house paint and then comes off and says, oh, this is supposed to be something new? Yeah, the problem is he's already scammed the customers that he's already scammed, got their money already. That's why if you look at his policy, his policy has no exchange. Now, for those of you who back that up, at the end of the day, you have no exchange. My customers, on the other hand, if they can prove the product being defaulted or this, that, and the other around the batch number, we will exchange your products. But he has no exchange. Even Partey, I'm not a big fan of him at the end of the day either, because he lies a lot in his demonstrations. But at least he has a pretty decent exchange policy. Crow doesn't have one at all, period. Now, this is supposed to be how dark our skin tones are supposed to be, right? That's how dark the skin tones are supposed to be coming up on the product. Let's go over to here. Let's go over to, let me see, the happy customer. And let's look at his product from the same container. Interesting. These are the problems that you have made for yourself. Not only did you use, mind you, this is going to be submitted over to YouTube's legal department. Same container. Everybody came from the same container, 5-gallon container. But this is the customer's reaction on the product. And then on Crow's product, the screen came out much darker, unwatchable. Same thing with the 39 and the 38, where Crow comes in and shows this dark product, but we have a fellow called Hector who does this demonstration multiple times. Even outside, he does the demonstration. So you've been using your platform for the longest time to manipulate, cheat, steal, rob. Not only from trying, and you don't rob from us at the end of the day. We got orders coming in today for this. As a matter of fact, I got another 12 more coming in for the 2.0. You don't steal from us at the end of the day, but you steal from your customers. The very people who come in who try to support you, you steal from them. This screen you're showing here in the background is Network Gray 773. It's a house paint. Because in his video demonstration, same wall, same lights, same environment, Jamie got caught basically matching a product. Now, we'll show you here that not only does he commit fraud against other people's products, but he also too steals from his customers. Let's go pop over to the blacklist. Now in the blacklist, we have a demonstration, several demonstration videos that have, for some reason, have gone missing off these accounts, off his account. One, we actually caught him in the middle of a live stream trying to hide evidence, trying to remove this video, and he got caught. I don't know if somebody was in the channel and they ran back to him and said, hey, look, this guy is basically exposing you. You may want to go back. I'm pretty sure his trolls are well aware of what his screen really looks like. They know, trust me. They know what his product really looks like. It's like, how can I say, it's like a pyramid scheme. It kind of sounds like that. The people who he affiliates with, like Silent Wake 5, who again got busted with fake emails, Partey, who basically can't seem to keep his store open. And when it is open, when we make orders, he just returns our money like crazy. He's afraid to ship out to us. These are individuals that back him. As we go into these forums to go check out what customers are being tricked or duped by this, at the end of the day, they're all trolls in there. Now, the trolls all know that Crow's products are fraud. They know that from the door. And in the conversation on the first one, we only seen on the Network Gray 773, we only saw one person spoke out. The rest of them were too busy hating on me. But only one person spoke out, and that was the credibility of Silent Wake 5. Now, mind you, people, if you don't know who this fellow is, this is a fellow who literally got busted on a live stream displaying fake receipts. That's how sad it is. That's how threatening they are of our products. He was so threatened by the 38 that he decided to make up a fake receipt, use our company's logo, copyrighted logo, without our permission. That's a, yeah, your case is an open and shut case. I don't even need a lawyer for it. The evidence is so heavy against this guy at the end of the day that we don't even need a lawyer. I can do this myself and walk into court and present the evidence, and you're done. That's it. So with him, we're going to get into him too. Also, too, he came on and flashed the receipt, took his picture next to the receipts. Could you not get any more self-snitching than that? We have the YouTube channel. If he tries to change it, we still have the YouTube channel. And we caught him trying to remove the evidence at the same time as he got caught. Oh, boy, it gets sad for you guys at the end of the day. Now, this is a video right here. This is the Network Gray 7073 video that's missing. Every time Crow shows off the Cinemax on his screen, he is spitting in the face of those who lost their money and can't seem to receive it, because in Crow's shipping policy, it clearly states if you open up a container, you can't do anything about it. It is your product. That's it. He could mix anything in there he wants because of that policy he has in there. This is a video that went missing. Now, in this video, clearly shows Jamie, same environment, same screen, same background, wearing a red Thrasher hoodie with white writing, talking about how this product he has made basically does not match the Network Gray 773. Mind you, we did this demonstration 6 months to a year ago, and it matched. It's matched again. And in the video, he gets very nervous, very agitated. He gets up over and over again. He moving his hands in front of the screen. It's a mess. So after that, he goes in and removes the video. It goes missing. So what you're seeing here is this. See this perfect match right here? That right there is Network Gray 773 in the middle of the screen. We don't match Network Gray 773. 2.0's test demonstrations are peppered out with Network Gray 773. This is why Jamie has decided to just make the product look as dark as possible. It doesn't work. White levels don't come up. Well, you've been debunked on that. John T kind of debunked you on that one. What else do you have against the product? It matches Network Gray 773. No, it doesn't. We've done those tests, and we're still waiting for you to do those tests also again. As a matter of fact, there's several screen paints that he has to test and should be testing after seeing this nightmare. There you go. There's your buddy right there, popped up on the screen. This is the missing video. There's a receipt. He's branding a receipt from Sherman Williams. At the top of this video, it says the Cinemax versus the SW Network Gray 773, as he's got it titled. Now, this is a video that has gone missing off the account because Crow removed it. Mind you, none of these videos are posted directly to the website. As I said before, this is something he cannot do. And the reason why he can't do this is because the customer will come in and see this. Honestly, you just saw two of those screens together. You're going to pay $80 to $89. If that's the case, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. Yeah, I'm going to rent it out to you right away. Matter of fact, not even selling, I will rent it out to you. No down payment. Next couple months, 10 G's. Easy. It's yours. So when he's not trying to trash other people's products, he's stealing from his customers. That's why he put in the video, did he forget? Apparently he did. He forgot that his product sat up there and matched a house paint. Same background, same screen, except for this time he matched the Network Gray. Now I'm pretty sure he went around, even the box did it too. It was kind of weird, the box matched it too. But I'm pretty sure he went around and asked other people. He probably went up and said, does this match? Does this look the same way? And they told him, yes, it does. Enough of them told him yes, it was. But this individual, what makes this video so sad is the fact that he gets on there and he explains for about an hour how his product doesn't match. There's a slight hue, there's a discoloration in the white levels, the colors are off. Goes into a whole speech of explaining how his product doesn't match this product. and yet goes in and removes the video because he realized it did match. So that's why it's sad to his customers that every time he plays the Cinemax, he's clearly spitting in your face. He is. Now for the new customers, those are the ones he's hoping to get. The old customers, he's already got you already. He's not worried about you at the end of the day. He's got your money. He's angry at us because, well, we got your money. We do. Your money is in, actually, I spent your money already. It's gone. And I got my money back. Yep. So how did Mr. Bird get his money and get my money back? Well, the problem is that Crow ordered the product from us. We have batch numbers, everything. He did file a have not, and not as described. That's what he tried to file that after he did that video. Did he post any pictures of a have not described? No, he didn't post one picture at all. You know why? Because we had a batch number. That's why. We could prove 100% what the product looked like before it was shipped out. And now after that, after making that, he came from the exact same conclusion going on there. Questions that I'm asking and saying here on camera are questions that Crow is going to have to answer in court. There'll be no but, or no conspiracy theories or none of that. You answer yes or no, or however way you're going to do it, but you better answer correctly because you just swore an oath to a Bible. So you better come correct. So how is it possible that the customer has a snow white image, beautiful skin tones, and yet in your demonstration, the screen came out so dark? That's because, Jamie, you are threatened by the 2.0. Number one, it costs far less than your product. You charge your customers $80 to $89 for a product that should be much lower than that. As we showed you, people on eBay are charging $80 to $89 for 3 of them. One of them is under 50 bucks. 2 of them are like $69. And you're charging all this money. He wants $257 for a overseas product. You're stealing from overseas, left and right. That container we have down here, the share package, that's 3 of those for $90 with free shipping overseas. And you're charging $257 for house paint. Is there any test demonstrations under his products? No test demonstrations. Is there any form of batch numbers basically guarantee that this is how your product is going to come out 100% once it's shipped out the door? No. What's a shipping policy? You open that top for anything. It is your product. You can't even get a decent exchange for anything. It is yours. There you go. Here we go right there. Now, I don't think he knew what he was getting himself into when he was doing the demonstration. He probably thought that he was going to pretty much probably beat the screen. I sat there and said, when I popped the top, I said, this is not going to go well. This is going to go extremely bad because I can tell the color was exactly like his product. So, yeah. I don't know why he turned the can around. Why is the can turned around? Why is he not showing the front of the can? We know it's network, right? Because we can tell by looking at it. But why is the can turned around? It's always hiding something in its demonstrations. This is the video that went missing. This is the one we want. We went to the site, the one with the dandelion and the road. Now he's hoping to catch in that net of his, the Cinemax scam. He's hoping to catch people who have never purchased a product. Somebody's first time coming in. They don't know much about projectors. You know, he can feed them any line they want. He can explain why he's sitting in a dark environment in every video. That right there, I'm changing my stand right here. That right there, he can fool them. Those of you who already got duped into this, I'm pretty sure you went over to Sherwin-Williams Homes. Heck, some of you probably went over and picked up some odd gray paint that we never even heard of before and smeared it on the side of your screen and went, huh, this is interesting. Just like the fellow who got upset because he figured out that Crow's product matched his basement paint. I'm talking about, you know what goes in the basement paint? It has to be a kind of mold resistant, you know, mildew, whatever, you know, paint that you put down there because the basement gets dampened sometimes, you know. And it matched his basement wall. And he was highly upset over that. Now, like I said, this gets pretty bad. We're not going to show the whole thing. You can go to the blacklist. We'll put the list below. We can check it out yourself. But if you notice, it's the same environment that he has that screen when he displays it every single time. Now, Jamie, we already know you committed fraud on the 2.0. We know that already from the door. We know you're going to commit fraud. You do an honest review, impossible. This is why people shouldn't trust you when you do reviews. And this is why we can prove to YouTube that not only have you been committing fraud on your website and stealing from people, using YouTube's platform to steal from people, but you've been using it to commit fraud on other people's products. And we have your beautiful signature to match it all. This is the reason why we put in a signature confirm. Signature confirm wasn't whether or not he was going to accept it or not. Signature confirm was put there as proof in court that he did sign for the package. He did accept it. It was in his hands when he got it. That's what the signature firm is for. I've been in business for a long time. There's a certain way you have to word things and say things in business. We know that the minute you take a package, it shows that it's yours, that you have it in your hand, because it shows delivered. But with the signature confirm attached to it, gives a 100% clarified proof that you were the only individual that received the package. That's why the signature confirm was put in. Now you see how well that's matching? Every time he comes on there and he shows you that Cinemax, you literally could have just went to Sherwin-Williams and pulled it off a shelf. Now, again, Jamie, our product doesn't match this paint. We didn't test literally well with it. We don't even match the microblend challenge. We don't match it either. I told you that he was going to go on vacation the minute we brought this challenge out. This is extremely threatening to him because this not only can basically blend in quite well with the Cinemax, but two of his other screen paints will blend into it quite nicely also. So for 3 of his products, this right here would do the job by itself, and the customer can pick this up. The beautiful thing about the microblend is the microblend doesn't require for you to pay for overseas shipping, no surcharge fees, none of that. You can go to Amazon or wherever you're connected at in the world, and you can order this. Now, why would I be advertising this knowing I have a 2.0? Because we beat this already. We beat the living crap out of this paint. So with that being said, yeah, I could advertise it because I know at the end of the day that that's no threat to me. My customers can go in. If they want to get that, they can get that. But they'll realize that in our test demonstration showing our product against the microblend, which we're not afraid to do these tests, we can show the difference between the two. And they want the best when it comes to their projector setup. So they're going to go near the 2.0 because we've already showed them in test that we don't match this. This is why I can advertise that. He can't advertise that product because that product becomes a serious threat to him. Network grade 773 becomes an extremely threat to him. If you notice, he does not use it anymore in any of the demonstrations. I actually did it in one demonstration and that was it. And that demonstration is gone. He deleted it off the account. Let's go into the explain policy right here of basically where he goes into the whole hand gesture on screen, trying to block the screen as much as possible, stuff like that. This is actually quite unbelievable right here. Yep, there's your scammer. And hey, if you want to basically say, hey, I'm going to take you to court because you called me a scammer, oh, please do. We have you where you committed fraud against my 2.0 right there. We got your signature and all. The whole 9 yards, we got it all. Go ahead. 6 days ago, I have not received any emails. I haven't had any phone calls. I had nothing from your so-called attorneys. You show a courthouse. What is that at the end of the day? Crow is nothing but talk. That's what he is. When he gets backed into a corner that he can't get himself out, this is where he starts pulling out his evil box of tricks. Like you ran your mouth about the 2.0. You were going to order it. We went through all this mess, him trying to file multiple complaints, him trying to cancel out on the order, him trying to back out of the order, him making false complaints again. You lost every single complaint, every single one of them. Then when the screen gets there, you have no choice but to try to fake it or try to make it look as bad as you possibly can to make your product look good. And you even lost at that because not only do we have a batch number back on our product, which you lost your, have not described, you filed against me, saying that the product came up too dark and unwatchable. Well, the batch number says otherwise. not only will PayPal respect the batch number, so will courts. So you can't get around that either. So again, and then now we have a customer, Mr. John T. popped up. He's showing his white levels off on his 2.0, which happened to come from the same bucket, same container as your product. So what happened there? Something doesn't look right. Something smells fishy. All right, let's come out of here. Oh, you don't want to get into all this. You'll figure it out when you get to the blacklist. This is products that were made off of that video right there. Yeah, there's a whole lot of layers to this one right at the end of the day. Now, let's see. So we already know that you fear the 2.0. You can't beat any of the test demonstrations, none of the challenges. You have any videos in here of you doing any of the challenges on the 2.0? Any of them? Any of the 2.0 challenges? Any of them? Let me see. Nope. Here you are. Vacation. 3D printing Godzilla. Destiny 2 raid fight. No, we don't see you doing any test demonstrations. Let me see. I made an AI robot. Wow. So this is how sad this individual is. So I'm on my off time working on a machine, a robot I'm designing for a piece of artwork. And this is how sad Crow is. You're a child at the end of the day. That is sad, Jamie. That is really sad. See how sad he is? That is sad. I'm sorry, people. This is what he's talking about. This is a robot we designed out of basic pieces around the house that we built and put together that I'm still working on. And it is quite remarkable. But again, this is where his childlike mind goes to. We're used to it. We're used to Jamie being this way. I'm not seeing any of the tests challenges that we point out review. We don't seem to have any problems with our shipping. As a matter of fact, our shipping is quite nicely. We actually protect our customers and we also protect ourselves. So you don't have an exchange policy. Here you are trying to give out the product for free. We got orders coming in for the product. So no, that doesn't bother us at all, period, because we have test demonstrations on our products. I'm not seeing any test demonstrations on the 2.0 or the microblend. Not one demonstration here on the microblend. All right, Jamie, this is where things are going to get bad for you right now. We put on the challenges are the test demonstrations under 2.0. So when you go to our website, we have all our products are tested with batch numbers attached to them, showing you that our products are tested on every level you can possibly think of. You call yourself making the Advanced 44. Well, where are the test demonstrations at? Because the Advanced 44 has 12 test demonstrations ranging anywhere from an hour to 3 hour long. They're long tests. So we don't see anything like that. We don't even see test demonstrations on your own products. So here, we go over to, here we go. Where's our, here we go. There's our product here. We have pictures of our screens outside, which you don't have in any of your picture demonstrations. You don't have any of these on your website. Inside, we have demonstrations of the screen sitting right next to a window. You don't have any of these demonstrations on your website. Our specification sheet on the product, as you can see, everything there for you. Policies right there. And let me see, here we have a link that the customer can click on, and it takes them directly to the test demonstrations under the product. You don't have that. There we go. There's the test demonstrations right here under the product right there. So in your shopping cart, you don't have any of this. Where is your test demonstrations on the network grade 770? None to be found. Demonstrations on the microblend, none to be found. I'm going to my email. We have to go directly to his website. Show you what the customers are getting at the end of the day. The specification sheets are very light, extremely light, due to the fact that he doesn't know anything about his product. Tests are based on the test of the product. when we design a product, sorry about that, we say we can't put any specifications down because we don't know if it's going to work on low lumens, if it's going to work on ultra short throw, if it's going to work on this or that, or well-lit environments. We don't know this yet. Now, what we base the specification sheets on are what the screen can surpass. So if it goes outside, we take it outside, we drop it at 1,000 lumens, we know we can run at 1,000 lumens. Say the screen picks up at 5 o'clock in the evening. Okay, we can jot that down. It picks up at 5 o'clock in the evening, but we have to do multiple projector swap outs to just make sure that we're not doing the same projector. We have to do different ones. How's it work on ultra short though? How's it do this? All this has to be done. There's a lot of testing that has to be done. His product doesn't have this. His product doesn't have these tests due to the fact that he can't even maintain in a dark environment with everyday white LED lights, because you can see with the background, the screen was washing out completely. And what does that is network gray does that. It has that issue. So let's go over here and let's pull up CROWS website. Now we go to the original listing. The original listing is where we got this email from Crow telling us to buy whatever we wanted, and that's what we go through, that particular listing. And that listing, we ended up getting something like, we're at 19 now, 19 canceled orders. A lot of canceled orders, a lot. All right, so this is the original link that we got from Jamie telling us to buy where we want, and we bought whatever we wanted. Same thing, we tried to buy the product for, again, the Cinemax to do side-by-side test with the 2.0. Jamie was so terrified that he basically committed fraud on PayPal, claiming that PayPal never gave him authorization to ship out the item, which was a complete lie. Anybody who does any business with PayPal knows that PayPal will send you a confirm that these conversations took place and how you need to handle or react to these particular conversations. We all know that. You get a confirm back to you. That'd be like someone filing a complaint against you and you never even get a notification that a complaint was filed against you. We all know that's a lie. So with that being said, because we received 4 emails from him with the same statement, but we didn't get any anything back from PayPal. But when we took his emails and we put them in as spam or scam, we sent it over to their security department for them to look over. We got confirmation right from the door, right back from, thank you so much for submitting, blah, 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 so and so and so. So that's why his account is now in jeopardy of being removed, because Jamie went in and claimed that PayPal told him certain things about not shipping out an order that went through, and PayPal never made these statements. The way he worded everything makes it look like he's a potential scammer, like he was using a scam and then requesting us to call him. Yeah, that doesn't work that way, and that's how he got in trouble with his PayPal account in the process of, and it maybe get terminated. Probably will be terminated in the end. The Wix account, which we're going to warn you when we pop on here, you may see curse words and carrying on, whatever. Chances are he'll probably try to keep it clean because his Wix account is now under investigation for pornography. You know how Mr. Bird is. I don't like to talk about things and not have things backed up. So before we go down this road, it's a little bad business practice for this fellow. We go into the site. He has pornography listed right there on the front of his page. So that was put there to try to embarrass us. Actually, it hurt him more because this is on your business page. And on top of that, it's on a site that, unless your page is set up for it, and your page is not set up for it, you're given an option. If you apply for Wix, they give you an option. What is your page at the end of the day? Describe it to us, what you're selling, so forth and so forth. And certain options will pop up on what you have and restrictions you have, like only adults only, stuff like that. So keep in mind, as I said before, I have little ones. I don't have kids, but I have little ones. And my little ones play throughout the house. Sometimes when they come over, they like to sit behind where the big tigers at, have their cereal, whatever, when they come over. And if I'm having my screen's right here, I'm not thinking you're going to show anything that's stupid. Not calling my kids, because I treat them like they're my kids. Something's wrong with you at the end of the day. And if it's not just me, you probably do it to other people. And that's how they see it. They see it as, it's not just toward me. They see it as toward other people. So Jamie's account went into investigation, because when that happened, we went in and we recorded and documented everything. So there's his website right there, showing that it's being investigated. And this is by Wix. That's the support that we contacted. This is the complaint: pornography. Because you let your emotions get the best of you, and you felt it was funny to post pornography on your site, and that caused you some problems at the end of the day. Now, we are pushing to have your site terminated. And due to the statement that I could have had little ones over, anyone could have been over, and you basically posted something that nasty to your site needs to be removed. And that's a very serious policy they don't allow you to be able to break. So right now, everything he says, everything he's doing right now is being monitored by them. They're watching his account. So let's go pop on it right now. Now, what we're looking at here, we're looking at the shipping policy. As I told you before, that his policy is strictly set up to steal from the customer. Now, I've seen the video, the lost videos, or the lost tapes, or whatever you want to call them, or whatever you want to call them in the day. You can clearly see his product matches the network grade 773 perfectly. But even though he got caught, and even though he deleted the videos from the account, Jamie continues to go in and sell the product for a ridiculous price, knowing his product got caught matching this product, and he did remove this off his site. So let me see. Here's the rants in here of him carrying on and acting up. Just usually what he does. And get used to it. All right, $89 for a product that is house paint. The Cinemax is house paint. What the rest of the stuff is, this is why we need him to do the micro blend, which he doesn't want to do. Over here we have, let me see, this is his specification sheet. That's it. Now this is the part that burns his customers the worst. Those of you who support this product, you supported a scammer from stealing from other people who don't know much about home theater setups. That's what you have done. So I'm going to show you right here where he has this set up. And we talked about this a couple of days ago. He had plenty enough time to go in and change this policy, which he did not change at all. He kept it the same way. So returns and refund policy. Once the product is delivered, and I can't express this enough, can you spell that correctly? Because that's not spelled correctly. No returns or refunds, only exchange for a different mix if the container wasn't open. So you go pop that container for anything, and he will not honor any kind of exchange whatsoever. Not going to happen. Now, we had a customer come over here, bought over the product. He bought over the Extreme Black Widow, brought it over. Product worked well in the batch number. Customers got it. They're displaying it with no problem whatsoever. There is something definitely wrong with the projector. We came over, we had a talk, we talked on the phone. I showed him the demonstration where he had an Optimum. I used an Optimum projector way lower than his. 3,000 lumens, he was 38. 1080p, I was SVGA, 720p. We're using more lighting. He wasn't using the environment, and we're sitting back, and he can see in the demonstration. Okay, I can see right there that if you're pulling up in that environment with no problem, then yeah, I can see right there. So now we could have easily said, okay, well, you open the container, it's yours, you're stuck with that screen. No, I went in and said, what we're going to do is we'll design you a gunmetal version. It'll be a little lighter and it'll be better for your setup right there, but I do advise you go out and get the projector looked at. And that's what we advised him. Now we're shipping that out to him for free. But under our policy, bottom line is there's nothing wrong with the product at all, period. It's just that his projector's having the issue. That's basically about it. Yeah, there's a child right there. Now, as we're talking about this, I told you, you'll see him carry on and act up. This is what he does. This is Jamie. This is a person who calls himself a professional at the end of the day. And let's record this because he just messed up again. His site's already being investigated already. When I told you about he posts pornography and all kinds of weird stuff to his site, this is what he does. This is a person at the end of the day who calls himself a professional, who's supposed to be, didn't you display a screen for a church? See, there you go. People out themselves all the time. They constantly out themselves, especially when Jamie's upset and he's caught for doing something he shouldn't be doing. This is how he reacts. So you just got finished. You did a demonstration. You have this posted on your site with a church, right? Let me see. Yeah, you have it posted up here with a church. So how are you posting something with a church? What did you say to them at the end of the day? Did you become a fake Christian for them to sell a product to them, and yet you're displaying stuff like this? See, when we sit there and we talk about you displaying pornography and saying nasty things on your site, we can back that up 100% because you out yourself every single time. Every single time you out yourself. Look at that. That's what you call a professional at the end of the day. Well, we'll be submitting those too. You're going to lose your website anyway, so you might just go for broke because your website basically is going to be taken down. Even more, this is even more evidence on top of them. All right, so let's go over to the policy. So the policy we have here basically is that if you open up the product, you don't get your money back. So knowing that, seeing that his product matched the network grade 773 perfectly, yeah, you're going to have customers upset. They're going to want to get their money back. Can you get your money back? Your money back with no problem because of this policy right here. This will allow you to get your money back easily because PayPal is not going to honor this at all, period. They're not. It's virtually impossible. How is a customer going to know if its projector may have an issue or maybe that product might not be functioning correctly and he has no batch numbers back in the product when it ships out? There's no test demonstrations under the products. You could easily get your money back. The sad thing about Jamie's on vacation, and he's on vacation right now with his family as he basically stole thousands of dollars from people who thought that the Cinemax was something more than it wasn't. You stole a lot of money from a lot of people. And then instead of you coming in and readdressing the issue to ensure your customers that this is not so, or apologizing to your customers to try to come back and say, okay, look, we're going to make a better product. We're going to rebrand ourselves. We're going to make something better. We messed up. Let me fix this for you. Let me give you back your money. Let me do something here to make a better product or do an exchange and make a better product. Change my policies, redo my website. No, you go on vacation and you laugh at them. That's what you just did. Pretty much what you did. And then this is how you respond back when you're outed by posting and talking about pornography on your site, which is supposed to be your business site. Got a perfect picture right here. Pro talking about pornography right next to his company's name. Perfect picture of what you call bad professional, a bad professional, a person who does not take his business seriously. So why would you even trust to buy from someone who does not take his business seriously at the end of the day? I told you that every time we do a deep review on this guy, that he always unravels a layer of what he is. Remember, I tell people about in business, you never let your emotions get the best of you. Now, he's probably expecting me to snap and go off on camera. No, not at all. You just did more damage to yourself. You're showing pornography on your site. Doesn't have to be nude. It's what you described, what the picture is what did damage to you. You're not supposed to write stuff like that. This is your message board right here that you communicate with your customers with, and this is what you displayed. Okay, well, let me see. We have to, as we can see, we know he faked the 2.0 demonstration, so we all know that already. We know you're scamming people with the Cinemax when you're charging all this money for this product at the end of the day, which you should not be charging at the end of the day at all, period. Again, your shipping probably is clearly set up for you to keep the money. If the customer opens up the container, he's done. We've seen the eBay listing. The eBay listing is an absolute complete scam from the door. The fact that you're charging your customers $21.20 for shipping, you're shipping packages and the mailers. You're saying that the date for the shipping was something like it's 5 days. It's literally 5 days on that scam right there. Let me see results here. And then on the 2.0, this is a product he's threatened of. See, this is the reason why I told you we designed the 2.0. The 2.0 is designed to cut down on all these scam paints that these people are making all these false claims. So we brought the 2.0, we brought a product out that had a massive amount of tests that we know they didn't do at the end of the day. Our screens are ambient light rejection. We can use them in fully lit environments. We can use them outside. They cannot do this. And the price of it is $38 for 40 ounces, which they give you. He wants $80 for 32 ounces. Being brought to this attention, he hasn't even gone in and changed anything on his site whatsoever. And he's charging $21 for shipping. where you have people over here who have 3 of these. They're charging $94 and the shipping's free. 3-day shipping over there. Click on his. And keep in mind, on your credit card statement, it is going to say CROWS projection screen paint. It's not going to say what you ordered. So that's not going to show up on your receipt, period. You're not going to see that. You're just going to have CROWS. You don't know what you ordered at the end of the day. So let me see. $21. He's changing out. Oh, he changed it again. It was from 8 to 12. Now he's got it from 9 to 12. So he's changing it out randomly. We have videos. We can go back and look at that right there. But 9 to 12, still, that's too long. And then on top of that, $21 and you're shipping them out in mailers. So the mailer is like $8.49. We talked about that, the shipping scam. So he's actually stealing from people. So on here, the shipping you will pay, if you order from the website, the shipping's free. If you order from the eBay account, the shipping costs you $21.20. Here's 2 sets of shipping costs going off at the same time. One is free, one is charging you. That's a scam right there from the door. You don't know what paint you're ordering because this is going to show up on your credit card receipt. He has 2 different paints here that he's displaying, this one and this one. So which one are you getting at the end of the day? And at the bottom of the description, he says you're getting 1 quart of the Cinemax. So what are you actually getting? Because this is not going to show up on your receipt at all, period. What's in the title is what's going to show up on your receipt. Oh, man. We're going to go in. We just got to do one more. We need to see the microblend. The microblend, we're going to put this all in one because I got orders and things to take care of today. So we need to do the microblend challenge, which we can see he didn't do it. He went strictly on vacation. I told you, anytime that Jamie is pushed against the wall where his customers are pushing him to do a demonstration on a product that we just did, he will go on vacation, he'll do reviews, he'll do anything to get away from it. And I told you we're going to go back on the account and check. We're supposed to be on the account on the 4th, but we decided to give him a little time. So all the time we gave him, he could have went to Amazon. Mind you, shipping on this is fast. Shipping's like 1 day to the next day. That's it. Shipping is really fast on this. So he could have been had it in by now. And the fact he hasn't done the demonstration clearly shows that just go out and buy this at the end of the day. Or if you want something better, get the 2.0. All right, let's come out of here. This is an absolute mess in here. Why are you charging for shipping on here and you're not charging shipping on your website? That's something's really wrong there at the end of the day. Something's not right. Shipping costs right there, $21. And at the bottom, look at the return policy right here. Seller does not accept returns. That is just straight and to the point right there. No returns, no exchange, no returns, nothing, period. That doesn't make any sense. All right, let's come back out of here. Let's go back on, let's see. Come from here to here. We went too long into this video, people. Videos go over because there's so much stuff on these people. At the end of the day, it's not even funny. All right, so we got the pornography. We're going to need pictures of the submit. These 2 also. It said anything that comes up, automatically submit it. Now, Jamie, I know you call yourself being slick by just showing the picture, but you put the description of the picture. Wix is going to go in and take that description, and they're going to track it down, what it means. And when they track it down, it's going to show again that you are, again, soliciting pornography on your site. You're supposed to be selling screen paint on here. I didn't know you were in the business of selling pornography. And this is the same person who has pictures of a church being displayed on his site. Let me see what we have going on here. Oh, we don't want to remove this. I still, anyway, we're going to make sure. Reason why we don't want to touch that is because while that's sitting there, he can't do anything at all. It's stuck. Unless I refresh the page, he can actually delete that on his end. But we need that there because we're going to have to come in and report him to Wix. All right, that's basically about it in the demonstration. I'm not going to take more of your time because anything else is beating a dead horse to death. As I showed you in the demonstration, Jamie does use his YouTube platform to cheat, steal, rob, and commit fraud. We have evidence of customers showing up the product from the same same container, same product he has, same container he's package he signed for. That he delivery went in and tried to make the product look bad. Hector has his Hector will be having his pretty soon. Right now they're having some bad weather in that neck of the woods. So pretty soon he'll have his pictures on display. But thank you, John T, for coming in and showing off those white levels. Really appreciate that. Also, too, I have to thank our customers for supporting the 2.0 and all our screen paint products. And like I said, at the end of the day, this is unfortunately some of the things you have to deal with in business. People who don't know how to carry themselves professionally, and this is what they show themselves off to be. As I say, they are, at the end of the day, are their worst enemies, because again, they let their emotions get the best of them. And as you can see, again, person has some serious issues. Also to the fact that you keep showing up that Cinemax screen as if the Network Gray 773 never happened. Just because you delete the video doesn't mean it's completely gone, because we have a copy of it showing you basically on there doing the test demonstrations on the product and matching. So why are you showing that screen knowing that that's the same screen that matched the product, and that's the same screen you stole from your customers? And not only are you stealing from your customers, again, your policy is set up to keep their money. Well, it could be worse. He had one worse than that. He had one set up that said if it landed on your property, it was yours. Didn't mean you could open it up or nothing. If it landed on your property, it was yours. Now, we're going to come back in. We need to post it. I need to have this for a form site. We're going to post the Crow posting pornography again to his website. Also, too, we're going to be posting about the microblend challenge. Where is the challenge? Where is it? Where did you go? You're supposed to do this challenge. Well, when you come off from vacation, you can do the demonstration. You going on vacation doesn't change anything. You're still going to have to test your products out. And the customer needs to know at the end of the day, or he'll do it himself. They'll order your paint and they'll do the test themselves, Jamie. You know that, right? They don't need you to do it at the end of the day. They'll do it themselves. What is the difference between the microblend Slip Silver by Amazon for $18.99 and at $46.76 a gallon versus the we need the personal mix, IB personal mix, the hybrid mix, and the Cinemax. So you need to have those done. We completed already. We're finished. We moved on to something else. But other than that, you need to have it done. All right, we're going to come back in. We're going to talk about Crow's bad professionals, how bad professional he is, and the fact that he's still soliciting pornography on his site. And this is supposed to be your business at the end of the day, my man. You don't do stuff like this, but it is Crow at the end of the day. All right, we got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.